Namaskar and a very good evening. So we have Sarvan here, who is literally kick-starting his preparation for CA in January 24. That's it.
25.
25, yeah, sure. So Jan 25 is done. So we have the month of May, June, July, August, like this is one, September, October, 6 months, November, December, Jan. Okay, so it's total 9 months. Since Jan is the exam, we have 8 months, and then out of which probably should look at 6 plus 2 months of preparation. 6 months of preparation plus 2 months of preparation. So the context is when someone has 6 months of preparation time for inter 6 papers, this conversation should help anyone who is watching this to complete their preparation very comfortably. So to begin with, 6 months of preparation is enough to clear inter, even if they're starting with 0. Yes, no?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so first point, if you have 6 months, even if you're starting from ground zero, you can clear. Do you believe this, Arun? 6 months. If you have 6 months, do you think you can clear?
Yeah, I mean, like I have some, that's one reason.
So, see, you need not have trust on me. The whole point is, when you look at 6 months, we're talking about 180 days. We're talking about almost 2000 hours.
Okay.
2000 hours, you should get 300 marks.
Okay.
So, which means for 1 mark, you have 7 hours. Okay? This is the equation.
Okay.
So now, making sense?
Yeah, I think I can clear.
Yes. So 6 months is decent time. To begin with, 6 months is decent time. Let's talk about scheduling. 1 month per subject is what we have. Now let's look into the equation. If you have 1 month per subject, can I not clear that paper 45 to 50? Is it doable?
Yeah, doable, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's break down the specific subjects. Advanced accounting, you have law, you have tax, and then you have cost and management accounting, you have audit, you also have FSM. So guys, we have loaded down 6 papers. So what is the paper you think cannot be resolved in 1 month? If you put in exclusive 1 month of dedicated effort, I'm not asking you to do it, but I'm just checking. So if you invest 1 month, let's say 300 hours, what is the paper you think you cannot complete? Tax. Okay, interesting. So tax is the paper which he thinks he may not be able to complete even after investing 1 month. Okay, done. Apart from this, apart from tax.
Apart from tax. Law.
Law. What else? FM and SM, you think 1 month is
It's doable, sir.
Doable.
Yeah.
Okay. Auditing.
Yeah, doable.
Auditing is doable. Cost and management accounting.
Yeah, doable.
Doable. So 3 months for group 2 is fine for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
fine.
Sorted.
It's fine.
Done. Now group 1 is the question where you think for tax it might take more time. For law it might take more than a
More
month.
time.
Is what you think. Accounts.
Yeah, it's doable.
Doable. Okay. So Sarvan has only 2 paying subjects probably at this junction, law and tax. So we have one of our exemption experts in Daria. Teja, what's your comment on this? He believes that 1 month may not be sufficient. So what's your take on this? And if at all we are going to crack it, how is it possible?
See, the approach with which he has come so far in law is like far more different from what we expect a student to do. Because see, he was of the opinion that we should go it line by line and try to memorize everything, but it is not going to work that way. We have only one keyword for one subclause or one point. We have only that keyword. The only thing is that we remember that keyword and we understand why is it placed exactly there, what's coming before it, what's coming after it. We understand the flow, then it's become very easy. It's the first revisions exercise, and from the second revision onwards, we only focus on those keywords and we understand why is it placed there. Once the flow is fixed, the answer and the provisions flow within no time. So it should be sorted. We have discussed this just now, so I think it is sorted. I think he will be doing within 1 month.
Fair enough. So the context of this conversation is we're breaking down and picking up a specific point of the problem, a part of the problem, which is corporate law, where he thinks it may not be done in 30 days. Okay, that's what he thinks. We'll solve this particular subject first for him. Should we do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, to quickly help you understand, law has got 3 modules. Let's break it down into 3 modules. The third module has got LLP and 3 more chapters. So this LLP plus 3 more chapters together constitute 35 to 40 marks, right? Easily 40 marks is covered because of a small module. So this to finish LLP, to finish interpretation of statutes, to finish General Clauses Act, to finish Foreign Exchange Management Act. Teja, for each of this act, how much time would it take? And
LLP should be taking 3 days.
3 days,
Two next 2 days.
2 days, 2 days, 2 days, right?
7 can be 3.
Okay. So even according to you, it's 4
10 days.
8 days, 6, okay, 10 days, 10 days. Now I'm saying with a particular approach, it just takes a week, but 7 to 10 days is the maximum which is required for module 3, right? Similarly for module 2, another 7 to 10 days, module 1 7 to 10 days. So we are doing a real challenge here. So let's have a target of 21 days. 1 week for each module. We'll record a video after every week
Okay.
to see the progress.
Yes.
First week will be slow, next week will be a bit better, third week will be far more sorted. Okay?
Sir.
We'll do it real time and we'll
Okay.
work on it.
Sure.
It may work, may not work, we don't know, but let's try it.
Okay.
Done. In general, now law will go deep into everything. In general, I'll tell you the mechanics of how we work. The first and foremost objective is the question paper. Now this is today's question paper. He's meeting us on the accounts day of May attempt. So we always start with the question paper because you need to know what is being asked. What is the ultimate? Once you get the law paper day after tomorrow, that becomes the starting point of your preparation because that is the end goal. So to attempt a paper like this and score 45, 48, 50, 55, whatever the target is, what should be done? So the starting point is the end goal.
Yes.
So what kind of preparation is required? You need to be very clear. So it starts with the end game optimization. This is one. Now on the extreme other side, you have the index. So index is the starting point of preparation where the subject starts.
Yes.
So this is the scope of the work. This is the outcome of the work. So we'll start focusing on these 2 aspects first. We'll help him build a proper understanding of the entire index of ICA. We'll also help him know the expectation of the examiner ultimately. So the first step and 100th step, we'll club it together so that the rest of the steps will become a lot more easier. Okay, this is sort of. Now once this is done, the source. Normally we stick to ICA materials most of the time because they are very comprehensive and they cover all the aspects and they're reasonably good to study if you know how to study. So this is module 1 in your law. In one of the weeks, in 1 week, we'll process the whole thing, and towards the end of the week, we'll capture these insights, we'll capture this summary, and we'll convert it into short notes,
Okay.
and that's it. So this you will go through it 1 time, and afterwards you only have to revise the summary,
Okay.
followed by Q&A. So with this strategic approach, we'll be able to handle the subject very fast, and we always have the sets, previous year RTP, MTP, suggestion answer, and everything together. So this will also become part of our scope of syllabus. This is also syllabus for us. This is exactly what we do for all the subjects. So this is roughly how we go about the paper.
Yes, sir.
And specifically in your case, we can finish law by May. Okay,
Yes.
May law. June, because let's finish the subject.
Okay.
June tax. July accounts. Okay, by July 31st, you'll be in a position to score 40s in all 3 papers. Can we establish this? And Teja will be personally taking care of this. Okay, he will be your personal mentor.
Okay.
Now this is sorted by July. Now August, September will slightly accelerate. In 2 months, you should be able to complete group 2 because by this time, your mindset will be sorted, your routine will be sorted, you'll be used to this preparation phase.
Yes, sir.
So that way speed will improve significantly. What took 3 months here, we can do it in
2 months.
2 months here. By September 30th, the target is you should be in a position to cross 240 plus. If you do this, by October 31st, 270. By December 15th, it will be 300. 1 month before the exam, we will be passing all the way. Okay, this is exactly how we are going to do it. So we'll give you we have 3 stages. One is for planning, like this is part of planning. Next is implementation. Like Teja will be staying with you every now and then, and he is considered as a resident of your rainbow.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
So planning is there, implementation is there, and most importantly improvement. So next week when we meet, what is it plan, whatever is implemented, and how do we improve? Planning, implementation, improvement. Through this three processes, we'll be able to reach wherever we have to reach. And in terms of the 5 steps, the first is mindset, next is routine, mindset and routine. This will give you a base to learn something, followed by syllabus completion, revision, and exam presentation. So every week you will do all the 3 aspects. Every day you will do all the 3 aspects. Syllabus completion, revision, exam presentation. It's not like 3 different steps. Okay? This is exactly what needs to be done at a macro level. Teja, based on experience, like Teja is our super student and who has done a phenomenal job in cracking his CA final. So when somebody is starting, literally he just came in today from Vijayawada. So what's your advice for him today?
It is again sticking to basics, just like any other game or anything. Stick to basics. Just try to do the same. Study, write the exam, stick to the routine. That's it. Nothing too complicated here. Just study, put it on the paper, stick to the routine. Yes, that's it.
So stick to the basics is what he says. So Sarvan will have a personal mentor. You'll also have a study buddy. So you'll have somebody like Teja.
Yes.
You'll have a study buddy who is a peer-to-peer level. And I'll be taking care of the whole thing. This is one. And your day will be monitored from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. We basically have 3 plus 2, 3 plus 2 slots. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. 9 to 10 break. 10 to 12. Next study hour.
Okay.
12 to 2 break. Like for 5 hours of study, you almost have 3 hours of break.
Yes.
2 to 5, 5 to 6 break.
Okay.
6 to 8 10 break.
Yes.
So 10 hours of study, 1 hour of fitness, hardcore fitness level.
Okay.
It could be tennis, swimming. You saw the
Yeah.
sports complex, right?
Yes, sir.
You can pick one of the sports. Okay, this is exactly what is happening. Food is home cooked and everything is sorted.
Yes.
So this is let's get started here. In a week's time, we'll see the progress and update. Now this is from our end. Now you can feel free and ask all the questions which are not yet resolved at this point. I'll be happy to answer.
Yeah. Actually, I don't have any questions.
So all those got sorted.
Yes, sir.
For the first week, what is it you want to know more? Like let's say I'm saying we'll either complete module 1 or module 3. One of the modules will complete.
Okay.
So if you to complete this, what support do you need, and do you have any questions regarding this?
So actually, I mean, I don't have any questions to ask. I mean, I'm clarified. I mean,
Okay, you're clear. So Teja, which should we go with? Module 1 or module 3? I want 35 marks to be done. Both of them will give you the same weightage. To begin, for a beginner, what works better?
Module, we should go with module 3.
Okay.
Because he never, I think, he never touched with, got in touch with module 3 chapters. So once
that will be challenging. Probably we'll pick it up. Yeah. Okay.
once he's done with it, his confidence will be doubled.
Because
for
when
the
you do something which you have not done, you'll be far more confident. Okay. So starting with module 3. My target is LLP should be done by tomorrow. Ideally, 3 days have been given. So let's see. Okay. LLP should be done by tomorrow. Do you have the module 3 here?
yes, sir.
Just give it to me right now.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take it to you. I'll be taking this practically right now. So this is the module. The first thing you do is learning outcome. Okay. It says comprehend the meaning of the term limited liability partnership. Meaning. Okay. One is meaning.
Okay.
So LLP, one is meaning. Next is need. 3 is scope and advantages. So you're trying to understand LLP in its 4 dimensions: meaning, need, scope, advantages. Okay, this is all. And then once you understand the basics, then how do you incorporate it? 5 is incorporation, 6 is partners, 7 is disclosures, 8 is conversions, binding up and dissolution. Okay, this is like the whole process. From incorporation to dissolution. How do you start something? How do you break up? Like how do you start? How do you break up? That's it. And differentiate between LLP and other forms, which could be a private limited, which could be a partnership. Now, why is LLP created? It's a combination of partnership plus company. Private limited company. Partnership plus private limited company by 2 is equal to LLP. This is the reason why it has been created. Now, when you talk about advantages, obviously, most likely its advantage will be the disadvantages of partnership and disadvantages of company, which which have not been addressed. So that is the reason why they have specifically created this. So in a company, the problem is flexibility.
Yeah.
In a partnership, the problem is stability. So it will be with medium stability and medium flexibility. That way, it's a combination of both. And apart from that, when you talk about partners, they are not like directors. They are not like partners under a partnership firm. So they'll have probably medium responsibilities compared to this. So much before we get into the chapter, when you think through this, there is a specific point about conversions. What does it mean? Not just the new set of people who are trying to float a LLP, people who are already having a company, who are already having a partnership firm, might convert.
Yes.
Or they're anticipating that they should convert. So the conversion process should be very easy. And also, winding up the dissolution of a company is too hard, partnership firm is too easy, so they would have set moderate controls.
Yes.
While you're thinking about it, just by going through the first learning outcome, you understand the scope. Okay. Once you're done with the learning outcome, immediately go to the end. What is the end? You find some questions. So in between, they are giving you a lot of examples, but to look at it, they are giving a lot of questions here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now to see, like MCQ, which of the following cannot be converted to LLP? Can you guess? Which of the following cannot be converted into LLP?
Listed company.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
So we just spoke about firm. Other, without even knowing the fact, we are saying why is it correct? I'll tell you. Partnership firm can't be.
Yes, sir.
These are right. So even if you don't know, it could be listed or unlisted.
Yeah.
But since unlisted could be less regulated, it could be listed.
Yes,
So I'm saying how to guess something when you don't know. The elimination, because we just discussed about this too.
Yes,
So
sir.
right out. Now approved name of LLP shall be valid for a period of X. Now this is hard to guess.
Yeah.
It could be anything. So you should realize a question could be a date. A date could be a question. So when you're reading, you pick up all the dates and store them. This is one approach. Now name of the LLP shall be ended by.
Okay.
What could be this? At the end of it, for example, a private limited.
LLP only.
Most likely, because it is not the case. It is not
Yes,
the case.
sir.
It is not the case. You eliminate everything. This is left out.
Yes, sir.
So when you go through 3 to 4 questions, you understand. See, the exam questions may not be as easy or as basic as this, but you understand. Again, there is one more question about the date, 1 year, and all of that. Okay, this is all. Now, distribute questions. LLP is an alternative corporate business form that gives the benefits of limited liability of a company. And we just spoke about it. Right now, that's the question. So when you look at the outcome, most likely they are the kind of questions which will eventually pick up. Now let's look at one more question. Now they're given some partners are there, some of them resign. Whether Avinav will be still liable. So when you look at the flexibility of directors and I would say very ease of resolution of a partnership firm, it will be the median. So they have given would ROC be included. So they are checking how flexible it is and how stable it is. Now we just have to talk about this in the technical terms. So questions are once again into your objectives. And going ahead, the first thing which you have to do is you have the index here. So it's just a one-page index of a longer chapter. You just start filling the index. What is meaning, what is concept, incorporation, LLP, partnership, and just write 2-3 sentences of the entire index. And then you'll be able to get the 1% summary of the whole chapter.
Okay.
So this way, this will take 1 hour. If you do this in 1 hour, if you spend the next 3 to 4 hours in going through the chapter, you'll be surprised that we'll be done, and we'll be able to answer the questions also. You'll notice, because this is it. Now, if you spend 3 days, like what Teja has said, you can score almost 60 to 80%, right? He's saying that's exactly, yeah, 80, he's talking about 80. I'm talking about 50 in 1 day. He's talking about 80 in 3 days.
Yes.
Okay? So this is what I believe should be done. Teja, anything you want to add on to this approach?
I think when law is like a flow chapter, so just like Saura's told, once you start with introduction, this is the flow, right? You understand what is LLP,
Yes.
you understand what is advantages or disadvantages, why did it come into place. Then you go with what happens when we incorporate it, how do we incorporate, okay? And once we need to incorporate this LLP, we need partners. So who can be a partner in LLP? What are the designated partners? You covered those things here. And once you have incorporated, there are financial disclosures to be made. And once you are done with these things, there might you might come in such a situation where you want LLP to convert it into private limited company or public limited. That's where conversions come in. If you don't convert, some other day you are going to wind up, right? And you might be ending up with wind up or distribution.
Yes, sir.
This is how the flow goes. Then the same thing goes to the this is the macro level we are looking. The same thing goes in the sections also. Every section has an interlink. You don't start with dissolution sections. Every law starts with incorporation sections. Dissolution comes to the end because there's a flow between. Once we understand that, it's pretty
So
easy.
once you
to-
go through that interpretation of statutes, you'll be able to know the game plan behind each law.
Yep.
So he's right about talking about, see, he stated a link, right?
Yes, sir.
The moment you keep linking, you'll know why it can happen, what will happen, what is easy, what is difficult. Most of the time, you'll be able to understand how it is going to work out with common interest. Okay. So we'll do one thing. Tomorrow by 10 p.m. we'll target this, including writing questions, and we'll spend one more day where we'll take it to 60 to 80%. I think that's what we'll do. And similarly, we'll finish the other chapters. Okay. So guys, this is Sarvan and Teja. So we have decided to go ahead with this plan, where within a week's time we are planning to complete the whole module or even faster. We'll keep you posted. Hope you understood the entire context of the conversation. If you are a student who is starting your preparation for CA Inter, please stay tuned. You can follow the track of Sarvan. Okay, this is what we have. Is there anything you want to add on?
Nothing much. Just stick to the basics. Like
Yeah, stick to the basics. Like it's sticking to that. It's working. So Sarvan, all the best. So welcome to Himla School, and your journey will be tracked. Now, most of the time, Teja's case study and every case study is coming up after it is done. For you, it's real time. Consider it like the big process of CA. So that's how it's going to be. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool guys. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching this.